I'm operating under the assumption that Jared Goff will not be 100%.
Okay.
And John Wolford is not a great passing quarterback. So I'm taking Robert Woods under 52.5 receiving yards. The Seahawks pass defense really has turned it around the last 6 or so weeks. And through the last 4 weeks of the season, Robert Woods only averaged 43 yards per game. He's a great player. And if he gets involved, which they will try to involve him, it'll be through the run. It'll be through screen passes. It'll be these short dink and dunk passes. There's just too much uncertainty at quarterback, and 52.5 is a higher number than he's hit in like 5 weeks.
Okay, so yeah, you made a very good argument there, and now I will very sheepishly trot out the Robert Woods longest reception over 20.5 yards pick.
I mean, it could still happen. He turns those screen passes into long gainers sometimes. So
exactly. I just thought his physicality might come into play in this one. If they're playing the last 2-minute drill in either game, like either half, he could easily take one and get 20, 30 yards. We've seen it from Robert Woods many times. He's the most physically gifted receiver on the Rams. So I'm thinking he makes plays. I was looking at that Cam Akers over under, but given the quarterback situation, like I think that almost affects running back lines more than it does receiver lines.
It definitely affects the running back lines. And Cam Akers hasn't been healthy in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I came into this looking at Cam Akers. There's no QB line. So with the Rams, you kind of just have to pick a receiver line. And I went with Robert Woods over 20.5 yards. And I'll go with Seahawks money line here.
All right.
Sorry, Steve.
That's okay. I might do the same thing just to kind of hedge emotionally.
Everyone's doing the emotional hedge this week. You're doing the emotional hedge. Donnie's doing the emotional hedge. Everyone's betting against their teams.
You have to. You absolutely have to.
Can you believe I don't do it?
You must be a sad man.
I haven't believed. I haven't gone to church in 15 years, but I bet against the Lions, and I went to confession. The saddest shit in the world.